guys, it's Erin, and I'm back from the Scrapbook Expo in Anaheim, California. And I got like a bunch of stuff, but I didn't kind of go crazy like I've done before. I mean, it may not look like it because there's a lot of stuff just in front of you. But you know how I've been doing those use it up videos? So I've been really thinking about what I already have and what I might need to fill holes as opposed to, hey, this is pretty, so I'm just going to get it. So, along those lines, I ended up with, literally, I'm not kidding, this whole thing here was $94. Because each one of these is like $1 and each one of these was $2. And so, yeah, it kind of added up quickly. But if you'll look at what I have, like, this is why I had to fill up with most of these gems. See, look at how little I have here. So I had to, you know, every time I was looking for one of these sprinkle things or one of these, I even used up all of these on a video in one of my process videos. Like, it's all gone. So I had to refill my little stock of these pearls and these shiny things. And I guess I didn't necessarily need a whole new thing of the red ones, but I needed the orange ones because I just don't have anymore, you know? And you'll have to forgive me if I'm not able to talk great because 12 hours or, you know, let's see, we got up at 5:45. We got there at 9 o'clock, a little after 9. So, and then from 9 o'clock until 3, we were at the expo. So, yeah, all of that time on my feet and then being awake for that long. And then afterwards, we went for lunch and then we walked around like Disneyland and stuff. Well, not in Disneyland, but downtown Disney. I was the only one that could get in because I've got the premium pass, and my friend, she has the SoCal pass, and my other friend's from NorCal, so she doesn't have one at all. So yeah, it was a lot for me. We didn't get home until 11:45 at night, and I just went straight to bed. I didn't even get a shower. I was just so exhausted. So that it's a lot for someone like me to do something like this, but to go to the expo and see all the stuff and get to hang out with friends and stuff, I mean, it doesn't happen all the time, you know, even at the expos. It only happens twice a year in Anaheim and Ontario. So, you know, it's kind of pushed myself to go do it, and I'll pay for it for the rest of the week. But whatever, it was worth it, right? So, anyway, enough babbling about me and my issues. So, yeah, I wanted to replace a lot of the colors that I just ran out of and didn't have anymore. So, like, you know, I got a lot of orange. I got a lot of green because when I'm looking for green, I didn't have the bright green. I got this cool dark blue, because when I'm using dark blue, can you see those? See those? How they sparkle? I love that. And when I'm using dark blue, I only ever have like a teal color. Or when I'm using purple, I only have a dark purple, and so I got this light purple where they sparkle like that. And, you know, I mean, I could probably make something like that, but I doubt it. And again, like, I got a dark blue of the pearls because I don't have dark blue when I need dark blue. And I couldn't pass up the Mickey heads because while I know that I could make them with my other jewels, like, these ones are already made and I don't have to use up the big and the little ones, and I can use it for something else because you only get so many little ones. So, like, in that package I can only make 2 little Mickey heads, you know. So I like these ones, and these ones I can color whatever color I want, and then these ones are the classic black. And since we do have a premium pass, we go often enough that it's not a big deal. I got these. These are the only things that I felt were kind of a ripoff, because I ended up looking elsewhere in the show, and it seemed like everybody had these, because, I mean, they're just simple little Mickey heads from like China or whatever. So, you know, my friends, they did a group buy once, and I didn't end up participating because they had a bunch of stuff I didn't want. But if they had those, I would have gotten like 1,000 of them, because those ones I'll use. But a lot of places had those, and they had them in different colors, and it seemed like they were $1, and I think these were $1.25 or $2. But, I mean, that's the problem when you get to the first place and then you're like, okay, I want all the things. I mean, that always happens with at least something, and if it happens with an item like that, I really don't mind that much. Excuse me. I did get washi. Originally, I had read the sign as buy 4, get 1 free, so I picked out 5. And then he's like, you only picked out 5 and it's buy 5, get 1 free. So I ended up getting this yellow for free, because the only yellow that I have is this. I only have like this yellow, and it's hard to get out of there. And this yellow, And neither one of them I like because they've got so much white in them. If I could find the end for all of them. This one has so much white, I really hate it. And I always bypass it. It's one of those ones from Target where you got it in a big group thingy. And then this one, it is still a Queen & Co. one. It's just, I guess I didn't look at it right when I picked it out. I mean, it's okay, but it has a lot of white, and so it doesn't show up yellow as much as I want. It's kind of like this flower one in there, so I'm only going to use that for flowery stuff when I do use it. But yeah, these are the ones that I picked out myself, and then I looked over on the table, and they had these in their own little container, and you could probably fit one more in there. Boop. There. They had these in their own little container, and you can even have it where the tape is sticking out like this. So I thought that that was cool. And I had picked out this one, and that one, and that one. And I think that one, and that one. Because I've only got a candy stripe red, so I like never use it unless it's Christmas. So I just went and put those back and got these different ones so that it's the same color. And I really needed this color because I keep looking for this in-between teal and blue thing, like a true blue. So, yeah, I have way too many things of washi now. It's like, I think I'm, God, I don't even know. It was 50 something before. I think now it's like at least 70, which I think is excessive. And then he gave me this for free, so that's even more. So I'm like, oh crap. So yeah, I'm going to have to use washi on like a bunch of stuff. But the good thing about having this rainbow is that I'm going to be able to make rainbow stuff and it actually looks pretty together. So that'll be nice. And then I got this. It was $10 for the little book, or, you know, for the whole thing. And it came with this stuff in it. And like if each one of these was $1, then, you know, there's more than 10 colors in here. So I figured, you know, why not just get the little book, and that way I get a nice assortment of all gems. And I've been needing more gems, and now I can use them freely without worrying, oh crap, am I close enough to another expo to be able to get the gems that I need. So now I just have those. So that's good. Let me dump these off into a bag so that I have space. Actually, I don't want to do that because it took forever to organize these things. Boop. Just going to slide them. That'll work too. So I don't honestly know where I'm going to put this because I don't really have any room right now. So I'm going to have to find a place because I like them in this little container. They can stay there, but they need a home. So I'll have to figure that and then out in the next, you know, couple of days or whatever. All right. Those all have homes. The gems are going to have homes. They're going to go in those baggies that I showed you. So those are fine. These things, the first store that we went to, I'm going to have to tell you right now, I don't remember the names of the stores because honestly, I don't really look. So yeah, I'm not going to be helpful in that kind of way because I didn't have one of those maps, and like I said, I don't really care, so I don't pay attention. But my friend, she knows the people, they're here in SoCal, and she knows the people that had this store, and they were selling like watercolor stuff, and they said, well, they don't really demo with these anymore, so these were $3.50. I looked at we went to their place first, and every place that we went to, I looked and it was like $4.50 or $4.99, and then one place had it for $6, and then another place was like, oh yeah, those are $6.50. And I'm like, screw that, I'm not paying $6.50 for these when I can get them at Joann's for way cheaper. So I went back, and then they were $3.50 here, so I'm like, okay, I'll get them for $3.50. And then they had these, the other ones. I think I'm missing like 3 of my colors, and then there's going to be 12 more colors this year, so I'm going to need more of the big pads too. So I just went ahead and got those for $2.50. So I thought that was a good deal. And then I got paper. They have a lot of like $1 things. They have a lot of paper that's like been around for a while, or they have those 25 paper packs, you know, 25 packs of the same paper. And or they put them in like a bin and you could just paw through them, and like that kind of stuff drives me insane. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people spend time at it. And of course with CF I have to worry about germs, so that many people touching the exact same thing. I mean, that's why I use a credit card all the time, because money is filthy. You know, I don't use money because money is filthy. So I couldn't really deal with that. So I just went over and I got, they happen to have the new, they said that this is new Hello World by MME. So I got 3 of those papers, and I was going to use it like this as a layout. So that's what this is what the back looks like. I probably won't use that. And then this one is on trend. And I really won't use this because it's gold foil, and gold foil is insane. I mean, Lord save me from gold foil, this CHA. But, so I got these 3, and then I looked in the bin. I looked as some other lady was, you know, flipping through it, and I found these 2 papers from the cut and paste. And I have used cut and paste before, but I really like these papers, so I picked out these 5. And the guy's like, that's only $3, and the credit card minimum is $5. And normally I would just say, okay, forget it, because I don't care. I'm just not going to get it. But the one of the things that the expo does for you is they have these really awesome ladies that are bag checks, and the bag check is completely free. You can just go in there and be like, okay, well, this is too heavy for me, so I'm gonna have to check my bag. And I had brought lunch in my backpack, which is my purse, and I didn't want to carry it, and I brought my jacket too, and I didn't want to carry that around because it's hot. I mean, it's not a warehouse or anything, but it's a convention center. It's hot. So I checked my bag like right from the beginning, and I used the bag check the whole time. So I'm like, okay, I have a 5. I need to break it for these ladies so I can tip them. So I went ahead and paid for the paper anyway with the cash. But I really don't like when people are like, oh yeah, we have a $5 minimum. You're making so much money, just deal with the charge. But whatever. So that's the only thing that I ended up paying cash for, because I had the, you know, I had the $5 that I had to split. And as far as more paper, see, I've been doing all these use it up videos, and then I'm realizing that I'm using up a lot of paper, and then like I'll need backgrounds and stuff, or just paper in general. So I got a lot of stuff from the new Simple Stories I Am collection. These ones are all the I Am collection. This is from like their basics. You know how they have the basics paper that goes with it. So I really like both of those. That's why some of them, you know, these 2 I got the same one, so I can use the reverse if I want to have a background or something like that. I ended up getting this one, which I think my friend actually snuck it in while she was looking at them, and it stayed in my pile. She was kind enough to hold my stuff for me because, you know, crazy disabled person walking around with a dog, having, you know, only one hand as it is, and then there's this bin like on the floor, so I'm like completely doubled over, and I'm not a thin person anymore, so like my stomach's in the way, and I'm like, blah. So my friend was holding it for me, and it probably got snuck in, but I'm gonna use it anyway because I like this piece here, and I like this piece, so I'll figure out how to use it. This is from the Simple Stories Enchanted collection, which is like their Disney Princess line that they have now. So I got those, and I got it for this side. I mean, I don't mind the motif, but the motif in that purple color I'm not a fan of. And then, like, I'm not going to use the crowns of the princess. So I got it for this side. I'm definitely going to use something like that. And this, as far as motif goes, I really like this one. I will be using this side. And I might use some of that side if I can, like, cut it down, or maybe cut out the castle and use it some other way. Maybe silhouette the castle and something else. But I really like the Main Street Press idea of it. I haven't read it or anything, but it might say something like, it says overly princessy stuff. I'm just not a girly girl. I mean, if you haven't noticed, I don't paint my nails. I don't do anything like that. I've got tattoos everywhere. So it's not like I'm not really the princessy type person. But I did like this motif here with the stars. I might use this for a layout for my cat, because, you know, it is a little bit girly, so I like that. And I ended up with 2 of those. Oh, I guess, so I'll have a way to use the back of that. There we are. So I have 2 of those, and then this one is from the Say Cheese line. See, this is more me, except it's gold instead of silver, which kind of bums me out. I'm just not a fan of gold. And then 2 more pieces from the I Am collection. I really, really like this. It's so pretty. And I probably won't use that because I did definitely say to myself, do not buy more pink. Just don't do it, because you're going insane with all the pink you have. Just don't buy more pink. And I got this. I love the 3D look of this, and then I like the hearts on top of it. So I don't really have a plan for that one yet, but I am looking forward to using that. This place had their paper for 90 cents each. That's why I got more here than this place. The 90 cents each place we went to first, or second rather. This place we went to first, and their paper was $1 each, which I really don't mind paying $1 for paper. I don't buy a lot of paper as it is. I don't buy papers in pads, and especially if you're going to separate it out for me so I don't have to buy it in pads, I'll pay $1 and just deal with it. But, you know, I also freely admit that I have the luxury to deal with it because, you know, my husband is, he's not like successful, but we're not also poor. So I'm not going to sit here and beg poor and be like, you know, I can't handle paying $1 for paper. So this is from the Say Cheese line. Apparently they had the Say Cheese 2 and Say Cheese regular mixed in together, which is fine because I never had any of it. I'll probably end up using most of this, but cutting out some of these tickets because I really like a ticket motif. And I'll probably end up covering the heart just because I don't like red, and that's all red. I really like this viewfinder motif, and I probably won't even use this for Disney, but I really like the idea of it. So I like that. And then this one is fun, and adventure and photos. I'll probably cut it up and make borders with it. If you've watched any of my process videos, you know how much I like borders of stuff. So there's that. I got some Say Cheese stuff. And then this line by Bo Bunny I had been wanting because of all the purple that they put into it. Probably not going to use this, but you can see what the motif is about. And I like that. The little cup of tea. That's cute. Oh, and the ski pass. I used to work for the ski resort up here in Big Bear. I used to work for Bear Mountain in the kitchen. And we did actually get to go up on the ski lift at one time. We were not skiers, and I probably couldn't handle it anyway physically. So my boss would actually let us wear regular shoes. He said, you have to, you know, get hiking shoes, and we'll give you a pass to go up, you know, and then go right back down on the ski lift. Just walk, or not walk, but just go on it, and then, you know what I'm saying. I'm not exactly coherent today. I don't know why. Anyway, I have photos from that I haven't scrapped, so I was thinking about this line would be really great for it, and I like the fact that that does say ski pass. And so I'm probably going to use that and maybe cut this out because that almost looks like the view of the lake that we had. But yeah, it was awesome. You got to see the whole lake and everything. So I got this paper. I really like this, but also I really wanted this because look at this deep purple. Purple is my favorite color, and purple is so hard to find in scrapbooking, blah. Which I understand a lot of people don't like purple, and they find it hard to scrapbook with, so I guess that's why companies don't make a lot of purple. But this purple, when I first saw it, somebody linked the collection on my message board. They're like, oh my god, look at all this purple. And I just totally fell in love. So even with the motif of the snowflakes, I'm going to use that purple somehow. And then this is just a nice clean white. And then I love the back of this with the wood grain. I am all about the wood grain. And I got 2 of those, so I could use both. But that is definitely a background right there. And I like this with the trees and the bokeh effect. And then it's got more little cutouts, but I'm probably not going to use that. I like that, though. And this one I got 2 of. See, it's got the blue on the back. This one I got 2 of. I want to use this for the start of like a project life or something, or even if I decide to do December daily this year. I probably won't, but if I do, I just want this the way it is. Like, I want to cut it up in pieces and put it on the wall, or I just want to leave it like this because I love these colors together. And I love the subtle snowflakes in the background. So I just had to have this to have a piece of paper and just leave it like that. And I got one of those because it's a nice clean, but it still has the motif of this stuff. And I really like the little barn door type things here. So I might even use some of that. I don't know how I'm going to cut it up or use all of it, but I was thinking of those ski resort photos when I bought these. And like I said, this is part of the thing that was like $1 each for those papers. And this is getting really long, and I'm sorry if you don't like really long haul videos, but yeah. So the other big thing that happens at Echo Park, or the big thing that happens at the expo, is Echo Park. Echo Park comes there and sells things that are usually a year old. And so they sell these packs like this. This is Dots and Stripes, so it's a collection of their general, a bunch of different lines sometimes, but also, I'm so sorry for the crinkling of the paper, but also like their backgrounds from different lines. So that's Dots and Stripes number 2. This is Dots and Stripes, like that's girl and that's boy kind of a thing. And they put them all in custom kits, but they also sell their collection packs. You know how they usually have collection packs like what's the other one? Like Made from Scratch. They'll have a collection pack of it, the 12 by 12 for, what is it? It's $6 each, or if you buy 4 or more, it goes to $4 each. So what happened was one of my girlfriends, she was buying like a bunch of the 12 by 12 packs, and I put this in with her. I said, can I put this in with yours? Because it'll up your count and make your price cheaper, and it'll make it cheaper for me than just buying this and having it be $6. Well, she ended up not letting me pay for it, so I got this for free. So this was $4 that I saved because my friend is nice. And I have a bunch of these nice backgrounds that I can now use. It ended up with one pink, but I think I can tolerate it. And it's a nice stripe on the background, or on the back, so that's nice. But I like that they're dots and stripes, so I can decide what I want, or I can cut it up. So those are going to be going in kits. When I make use it up kits, they're going to be going in for backgrounds. And so I got that for free. They had these two, they had their 6x6 pads. See, this is from last year's collection. I want to say, yeah, I saw this new at the Anaheim Expo. So this is last year's winter CHA, and they had the 12 by 12 too. But I had it in my hand, and I was buying all this paper, and I thought, you know what? You're crazy. You've spent these last couple of months trying all this use it up stuff. You're still not at minimum capacity here. So why are you sitting here buying all these packages? So I put everything except for that dots and stripes back. And I just decided, okay, well, I still do enjoy this paper. Why not just get the 6x6, and then I can make 12 by 12 paper with it, or I can make 12 by 12 layouts with it, as well as like a Project Life layout. So that's what I did. I just got these, and they were only $2 each versus the $4 for the 12 by 12, and then there's so much paper. You know what I mean? The only thing that they didn't have in 12 by 12 is this creative agenda, which seemed to be a really hot item. I was not aware of the whole, crafters got to vote on the motif for anything for it. But apparently, one of my friends said that's what was going on. But I do like the, the little check marks and the camera. And so I really enjoyed that. And they had their 6x6 pads instead of the 12 by 12. So I was able to pick up that line and, still get a taste of it, as well as the $1 enamel shapes, which I love these little push pins. The enamel push pins are so cute. So I at least got some of that. And when I was doing, I'm part of this message board, and they're doing a big challenge to use your trips where you take like 5,000 photos and like, look at all the photos we have now. You just want to ignore it because it's so scary because there's so many photos. So the whole challenge is, hey, use this stuff, make the layouts, do the stuff, break it down into simple things. And one of the breaking it down was sorting the photos into layouts as you would want them. And I decided to go with the Project Life idea, or the Pocket page. I guess it's not Project Life when it's not weekly, but whatever. Or using their stuff or anything. I call everything in a Pocket Project Life now. It's stupid. Anyway. But when I sorted them out, I realized that I needed vertical sleeves. I needed the sleeves that went like this, and I didn't have any. So I ended up having to just kind of shove them into the horizontal sleeves that I had and have them wait. And then when I went to Target didn't have any. When I went to Michael's didn't have any. And where else did we go? We went to Walmart, and Walmart didn't have any. And it's like, okay, well, I can order them from Amazon, so eventually I'll do that. And then I realized Echo Park has them. Echo Park has a package of 10 for $3, and the more you buy, the cheaper it gets. So I was able to pick up, are these all the same? No. So I got 3 packages of the vertical, 4x6 vertical, so you get 6 of those vertical. And then this one is a vertical 6x12 and 3 horizontal 4x6. And I really like these because, let me see if I can show you. This is what I was telling you with that big project. Ooh, I just hit my light. That big project that I was doing. See, I put them all in the photo sleeves, and I did all this, and obviously this is Disney World. So for that, 6x6 or 6x12, I have like the Hollywood Studios introductory page. And then, the 3 horizontal pictures of like supporting photos. And then like here I can put patterned paper and, you know, what we thought overall of Hollywood Studios that day and what all we did. And on the back, just supporting photos and stuff like that. So I really like those, and if I put them in my actual project life, I can do stuff where, you know, it's like we didn't have a big week. But yeah, you can see here what I did. These photos obviously need some sort of vertical thing to go in there. And I still wanted to include these photos, but I didn't have any vertical slots. So I'm either going to make a layout or put them in there. So that's what I ended up doing for that. So that's what all these page protectors are for. I don't just use them for Project Life. I use them for something like this where I was so overwhelmed with all of these photos. And I thought, you know what? Put it in pockets, make a few layouts, and, you know, do embellished cards like that. This was one of our anniversary dinners at a sushi place. And that way, you know, I mean, this is Harry Potter World. How can you go to Harry Potter World in Universal Studios and not take 7,000 pictures because it's so awesome, you know, to see everything there. But yeah, this is where most of them, you know, all the vertical photos of like all the stuff that happens in the windows and everything like that. I needed vertical pocket pages. So now I have a ton. Now I have like 30, which is probably more than I need, but at least all of these photos will be showed off. I don't need to make a layout for every single one because they're in the pockets. You can see them, but it's not a photo album, you know, because it's going to have more, it's going to have layouts intermingled with it. So I'm gonna really enjoy that, and I'm gonna work on it one page at a time so it's not so overwhelming and scary. So that's what I needed these for. And that was kind of the whole theme for the day, was to buy with intention, buy with knowing what I needed, with holes, you know, filling holes that I had in my stash, you know, like with these gems and all that stuff, and knowing what I was going to use something for before I bought it. And so I made sure to do all of that. And that kind of keeps my stash low, which is nice because I don't do well with a big stash. So, okay, I'm going to stop babbling at you, and I hope you enjoyed my video. I really enjoyed the expo. Everybody was saying that it was a little smaller. I didn't notice it being smaller, but what they did do was they made the aisles bigger, which, as a disabled person with a service dog, it's a lot nicer to not be tripping over other people or to constantly have to be moving over because, you know, myself and my dog are wider than the normal person. So it's nice not to have to worry about getting stepped on or him getting stepped on or, you know, running over somebody, and the people with the little wheelchairs. It's nice not to, you know, worry about being in the way of them. Because I can't imagine how hard life is for them having to try and navigate tiny little areas, which is probably why they widened it in the first place. So that was a lot nicer, and it seemed cooler than it used to be. But that could just be because I got my hair cut the day before. So, yeah. So we'll see. But I had a great time, and I'm going to show you a picture or two. I'm not going to name all my friends because some of them don't want to be, but I'm the one in the purple hat with the dog. So when you see the photos, you can see who I am. And yes, I'm overweight, but oh well. So, all right. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to stop babbling at you. So, bye-bye.